It is Mike from Baltimore Rides here, wrapping up Monday night, April 9th. Was not on the road all day Sunday. I was on the road for a while, but not the whole night. Took my kids over to see my mom at the rehab place where she is doing her physical therapy and her speech therapy. And so I got on the road later than usual. And it was really slow for a Sunday. You know, I was talking to a couple people who were down in DC. They were chasing a quest that I did not get, and they struggled. So, but you know, it was just kind of like a slow Sunday. It was chilly. The weather was not that great. Saturday, I had a good day. I finished the day just about $200. And it was a good week, guys. I hit the $1,200 mark, which is really where I wanted to be. Which was actually really, really good numbers for me, considering I didn't have any quest or bonus money in there other than some of those, you know, do 4 trips, get $10 kind of things. So, you know, really, really good week. I feel like spring is in the air, and I feel like I'm being a little bit more efficient and strategic with my driving. And I think those two things combined together are just making me you know, more successful than last year. You know, we're coming up on the anniversary. You know, May 4th is my first, you know, was my first real full-time driving night, and really when it kind of started the ball in motion for this. So, you know, a little bit less than a month from now, we're going to be talking about same year comparison numbers, you know, and that's really what I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to the idea of being able to see how well I did against last year numbers. And it'll be different in the beginning because I didn't really start with Lyft consistently until much later in the year. I mean, almost, you know, really with Lyft full time was December, but even using Lyft partially was really only in like August. So, you know, it'll be interesting to compare numbers, but I think I'm going to be very pleasantly surprised because I'm a lot more efficient now. So, you know, Monday night, little bit rainy, like sprinkly rain, not real rain. And I did just under $200, like 193, I think it was, or 192. You know, good night, all in all. I started a little bit later than I would have liked. I ended up sleeping late, to be honest with you. Just been tired lately. I've been grinding a lot of days. So, you know, that's part of it. But with everything that's been going on with my mom and then my kids and just kind of whatnot, I'm choosing my days off very wisely, because if something comes up and I need to have a day off, then I don't want to have 2 days off in 1 week, because that's, you know, that puts a big hit on my finances. So, you know, so there's that. And, you know, I'm at the point where, like, you know, I'm getting comfortable with my work schedule, and I'm getting comfortable with my body clock being what it is. And, you know, like this coming Saturday, I won't be on the road. I've got plans, and so that means I'll have to make up for, you know, that lost business. A Saturday's usually good for $225, $250, and so if I'm not going to have that, I've got to compensate somewhere else. Now, you know, that means I might work a full Sunday, or I might just end up staying late one night, like a Friday night. I'll stay out later than I normally do. So we'll see, you know, kind of how I adapt and modify my attack strategy this week. But I really haven't been in DC, guys. I know a lot of you DC folks have been kind of frustrated that I haven't been down in your neck of the woods lately. You know, and part of that is staying close to home, you know, with my mom being in going through what she's going through. Part of that is my, you know, my cost breakdown on the round trip to DC and back is kind of painful. You know, it's 62 miles one way average, the way I typically go. You know, and that 120 miles in my car amounts to about $9 to $10 worth of gas, maybe less than that, maybe like $8 or $9. You know, because it's like a quarter of a tank. So, you know, it's probably somewhere in the range of like $9. But $9 a day just to get to DC and back is a challenge. And then on top of that, the time that you're losing, either work losing or personal life losing. You're losing an hour on each end, an hour and 20 on each end. So, if I'm able to do $200 a night in and around Baltimore, then why make the investment for DC? So that's kind of my thought process. Now, if I have a slow night or two in the week, if my Monday through Thursday, I'm not making the numbers I need, then I can make the investment to go to DC Friday, Saturday, for what I know to be a guaranteed $250 night. But right now, I think from a seasonality standpoint, it's good money anywhere. So, so there's that. So for you DC folks down there, on the southern end of the zone, I apologize that I'm not down there driving with you guys. I'm going to go where the fish are, and right now I'm able to make the money I need to make closer to home, so I'm going to take advantage of it. If I have a slow night or two, I might change it up, but we'll play it by ear. And on another note, I ran into an old friend, actually somebody from the airport days. His name's Nori, and really, really nice guy. One of the ones that I enjoyed his company. Just a really, really good guy. And it just got me, we were both at Penn Station. He was dropping somebody off. I was just letting somebody out. And so I kind of pulled up beside him because he looked at me through my windshield, and I knew it was him immediately. He's very distinctive. And, we got to shoot the breeze for about, 2 minutes before we were driving away. But, it got me thinking a little bit, kind of nostalgia. There's a bunch of folks that I haven't really bumped into in a long time. And a lot of people dissuade me from going to the airport. I'm not really a fan of the airport anymore. So it's good to see that there's people out there on the road that, making money that way. Because there's a lot of really good guys and a couple gals that, that I was very friendly with down there at the airport, and I hope they're all doing well. I really do. I hope they're all successful and they're making money and they're doing well, because I don't really bear any ill will towards any of them. It was just a weird scene. It was weird the way a couple of them kind of got frustrated, but it is what it is. But I was really glad to see an old face. It was just a good thing. It was really good. So, but guys, other than that, I haven't really had a whole lot to chit chat about, and I know my schedule's not as consistent as it was, and I apologize for that. But that's one of the benefits for me of this crazy job we call Uber and ride sharing and Lyft, is that I can change things up. I can work late one night, I can quit early one night, I can just kind of be a little bit flexible. Tonight I was out a little bit later than usual. It is the wee hours of Tuesday morning and I'm still driving. I'm done. I'm just heading home. My back tire has a slow leak. I went and patched it the other night. I was telling you guys, Saturday night I went and patched it at a little shop on Pulaski Highway that I use. And it's still just ever so slowly bleeding air. So I'm just keeping an eye on my PSI on my tires with my tire pressure monitoring system. So it's not fast enough that I have to worry that I'll wake up with a flat tire, but I definitely will need to stop at like a Royal Farms somewhere and just top off the air tomorrow. So there's that, But other than that, guys, there's not been a whole lot going on. I know some of you guys have been having mechanical issues. Some of you guys have been, just struggling. It's this is the time when we're heading into busy season. We're not really peaking yet, but busy season is coming. So if there's any maintenance you need to do to your vehicle, tune-ups, oil changes, things like that, you need to be thinking about doing that stuff ASAP. Check your tires, see if you have enough tread on your tires, your brakes, That kind of stuff is going to come into play now, so that you're not dealing with it in, May, June, or July, which I feel like are the busiest months for us. May through August is really the busy season. And then maybe May through September. And then it kind of drops off again until the holidays. So, be planning your stuff out. You don't want to wait until something happens. Somebody that I've been keeping in touch with lately, she had her check engine light coming on, her car was giving her trouble. And, not being very, very mechanical like I am, she was just unsure what it was or what it could have been. And, I talked her through some suggestions, and I told her some ways to diagnose it. But, when that stuff sneaks up on you and you're making a living, and now all of a sudden your car's down for the count for a matter of days, that can be, that can affect your income. It can affect your budget monthly. It can do a lot of things. And for a lot of us, your monthly budget is very much dependent upon your consistent ride sharing. For me, $1,000 a week pays my bills, but $1,200 a week pays my bills comfortably without stress. And, my lifestyle's not extravagant, guys. I mean, I've adjusted my lifestyle to my income, not the other way around. I don't believe in, spending money like crazy and then working myself to death just to pay the bills. I'd rather scale my life accordingly and then work myself to a point where I'm okay. And I still work 6 days a week. I'm a workaholic, guys. I'm definitely a workaholic. But I sleep, 6 to 8 hours a night, or morning for me. I get rest. The other day, Lucky had something going on at the karate studio, so I was there in the morning with him for like 4 hours. We did a class together, and then there was a break, and then we did a lightsaber battle with the karate class. So, there's times when you can just get away and do the things you need to do, and then, you can't do that in a regular 9-to-5 job. You can't do that if you're punching a clock somewhere and somebody else is writing your work schedule, and you've just got to be there when they say. So, my son's got a doctor's appointment coming up, and I've got to get him off the bus. So it's kind of like things like that just come up, and you need to be able to be flexible in the moment. So there's trade-offs. There's definitely trade-offs. But that's really about all I got to talk about tonight, guys. It's kind of a quick one. I don't have a whole lot of thoughts on my mind. It's allergy season. I'm drugged up on Zyrtec, and my brain is kind of like tapioca pudding right now. So I will be back out on the road tomorrow. Tuesday's supposed to bring some kind of mixed weather. We will see what that does for business. Rain is usually a good thing, so I like it when it rains because people don't want to walk. Yeah. So I will see you guys on the road tomorrow. Everybody get some rest, and see you guys later.